Good afternoon, Toastmasters. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Okay. What is the meeting number today?
204.
204. Very good. Welcoming you all to the 204th meeting of our Vellore Toastmasters Club. So, let's start with the mission of our club. What is the mission? Can anyone answer? What kind of platform Toastmasters is providing to you all? No, you should not see this. Sit straight. So it provides a positive and supportive. Come again with me. It provides a positive and supportive learning experience where members are empowered to develop their
Communication skills.
and leadership skills. So, two skills. One is communication and another one is leadership skills. So, what is the ultimate result that they are expecting from us?
Personal growth.
Greater self-confidence and personal growth. So, I think now you all are aware of the mission of Toastmasters Club.
Once more, please.
To provide a positive and supportive learning experience where members are empowered to develop their leadership and communication skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Thank you. So there are 3 rules. Let's revise the rules also. What is the first rule?
Phones aside.
Very good. I'll give you 2 seconds. Please put your phones in silence mode. Second one is,
We should not go out of the hall.
you should not go out of the hall. You can go out when?
There's an applause.
Only if you hear the sound of applause. And the third most important one is,
We should enjoy.
Encourage.
no. There are first 2 things to that. Last one is fun. No, that's the first rule. You should not stay mute. The 3 things are, you should learn, you should interact, and you should have fun throughout the meeting. Now, it's time for me to welcome the presiding officer for today, Madam President, Toastmaster Carolyn.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Monica, for coming each week and trying something new and making us all really comfortable, and you always set the stage with high energy. Thank you so much for that. So, very warm good evening to fellow Toastmasters and guests, Sad. And I would like to officially open meeting number 204. So we have a couple of announcements. As you all know, next week is our anniversary celebration. Anybody knows which anniversary?
8th anniversary.
7.
8th anniversary, 7th was last year. Alright, so we have our AD, we have DD, we have Trio, and we have all these dignitaries coming. So after this meeting, after our photograph session, I kindly request all members to stay back. It is everybody's celebration, not just XCOM. So everybody will stay back, and whoever is here will take up roles so that next week we will be able to help the team with all the logistics that go into running a very, very important milestone meeting for us. On WhatsApp, I have shared a picture. I want you to just take a minute and look at that picture. Any thoughts, any ideas on what this is? Don't Google now, just if you know, you can tell.
Boy is saving the sick.
Boy is saving?
Saving and carrying the sick child.
Saving and carrying the sick child. Okay. All of you know about the Hiroshima Nagasaki bombing incident, right? That took many lives. So the first bomb that was thrown was called Little Boy. That was the name of the first bomb that was thrown on Nagasaki. But history likes to remember this boy. It's a very iconic picture, the picture that was just shared. The boy is standing there barefoot. His face is very stoic and he is grappling with a very, very difficult situation, waiting in a queue in a crematorium to bury his dead brother. So as you all know, they have this culture of tying the little ones behind, and they might have, this child would have had to travel a long distance, and as you know, when a person ceases to live, the body will explode, it will, become heavy. So one of the police officers who saw this boy in this state says, get him down, it might be heavy, for which he tells something very important. He's my brother, it's not heavy. So that is the dignity that we give to human life. So many times when we work as a team, when we work as family, it's very difficult to see other people's point of view. But we need to be considerate, we need to be compassionate, we need to value life, and that is how we grow. So if your brother is fallen, try to steady him. If someone is staggering, try to support them, and that is how we also grow. So with this, I would like to call a really, really important person for the rest of the meeting. It's none other than our immediate past president, Toastmaster Prithika.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing good. I'm seeing you after a long time. As you all know, I was giving a lot of interviews. There is one thing that I really like about this B School admission process, that is the personal interaction segment, where the process will force you to do a lot of introspection of your life. It took me back to the days when I was born, where I was back then and where I am today. How did I come here and where do I want it to go? So can anyone tell what is the theme of the day? Reflect, realize and rise. So today we are all going to do some form of reflection that about our life. I'm going to give you a piece of paper. You can write down things that whatever I'm asking, and you can keep it with yourself. If you are comfortable, if you wanted to share, you can share. Otherwise, you can feel free to have it with yourself. In life, we always take decisions every day, whether it's a small or big. That's why we are here. I have taken some decisions. That's why I'm an engineer standing here. Ma'am chose to do medicine. That's why she's a doctor. So let's think for a moment. There would be one decision in our life which would be life changing, or which could be a wrong decision that might have ruined our life, or a decision that could be very difficult to make. Think about one such decision in our life and just write it what the decision is. In my life, I think one very important decision that I've taken right now is to continue my education, because I was literally born in a village where girls' education is not encouraged at any point. I had faced a lot of struggles during my undergraduation itself, but now when I again chose to continue my education after 3 long years, I received a lot of questions from society. You got your education, you got your job, you are financially independent, and you are making good amount of money, and you are now good to get married. Why you are wanting to do more? But I know that I am not going to settle for this. This is not just about me. There are many of my friends, some younger cousins of me are married, not just because they wanted to get married, it's because of the social conditioning and pressure that they have. I feel every human being, whether be it a man or a woman, should have freedom to make their own life choices. This I consider one of very important value in my life. You can think of something that is very important for you, whether it could be integrity, it could be kindness, whatever you feel as a very important value for you in life and write a word about it. If anyone wanted to share your decision or that one value, you can share now.
The important decision I took which changed my entire life is I don't care about anything.
Anyone else who would like to share?
Never ever give up.
Nice. Huh?
Stand strong no matter what.
Quenching the thirst. Self-love.
Thanks. Vani wants yours? No? Okay. So with this, we will get into the first segment of Toastmasters meeting, that is prepared speech. Sorry, I would like to call General Evaluator to introduce tag team. Today's General Evaluator role will be played by Toastmaster Monica.
As a general evaluator, my role is to evaluate everything that's happening in the meeting and most importantly that is not happening in the meeting. I will not do this alone. I have a tag team. I would like to call Timer Toastmaster Sam to explain his responsibilities.
So good afternoon, Vellore Toastmasters. So today I am your timer. So I am going to timing your every speeches and each and every one doing the speeches, and I will be alerting you with the 3 cards. So for the prepared speeches, for first 4 minutes green card, 5th minute yellow card, and 6th minute red card. For evaluation timing, first 1 minute green card, 2 minutes yellow card, and 3rd minute red card. And for table topics, first 1 minute green card, 1 minute 30 seconds yellow card, and 2nd minute red card. So we have a buffer timing of 30 seconds before and after the start. Thank you. Okay.
Now I would like to call the counter for today, Toastmaster Anita.
So, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. Before I tell about my roles and responsibilities, I would like to start with a small information. So, when we speak to our friends, our family members, or when we speak in a big forum, definitely we tend to use filler words and sounds. So we need to avoid this. Why we have to avoid this is because the flow is going to get interrupted. So we may not be able to communicate with the receiver properly. So the information what we want to give to them will not reach properly. So for that purpose, definitely we need to avoid filler words and sounds. So I'm going to give you a few tips how you can reduce filler words and sounds. The first one is you need to be very aware what you're going to talk and practice pause and set a goal. Then the 4th one is pause wherever it is necessary, and 5th one is try to record your speech and review, then get feedback. The most important thing is you realize what you're going to speak and you raise with your content and raise with your information with full confidence. You raise and you reflect whatever you want to reflect it. Okay, so now I'm going to tell about my roles and responsibilities. Today I'm going to note down your filler words like yeah, then, well, so, but, and you like. You know you like. And I'm also going to note down or listen for filler sounds like So at the end of the meeting, I'm going to give you a report, number of times you have used these expressions in your speech. Thank you.
Now I would like to call upon our grammarian for today, Toastmaster Ramesh.
So good evening all of you.
Good evening.
So today I'm the grammarian. As a grammarian, I'll be looking out for the good usage of grammar and excellent words that have been spelled out. And I would request all of you to give some nice quotes during your speeches. And I wanted to introduce today the words of the day. Earlier it was all word of the day, just because Pritika said reflect, realize and rise. I wanted to put these three words here. One is introspection. That means examination.
To look within. To look within.
To look within. So, the examination of one's thoughts and feelings. Epiphany. Epiphany. A sudden realization or insight. Suddenly we think, yes, yeah, that one. And resurgence. Revival. So, getting back to normal. So, introspection, Pritika has already expressed in us introduction. And epiphany, anybody can put it in the sentence. Ma'am, you? John?
When I heard the Guru speak, I went into an epiphany.
Our DM Modi asked for epiphany moments that changed our life.
So, resurgence. Next time, homework. This is Pritika. It is your theme, rise, resurgence.
I hope the club will research and come back in one piece.
Resurgence of RCB should happen in this century.
So these are the three words, try to use it. So all the very best to all the speakers.
So I'll use all the three words now. By introspecting speakers and role players, I hope I have many epiphany moments that will help us for resurgence, and let's rock together in this meeting. Over to you.
Now, let's get into the first segment of Toastmasters meeting, that is prepared speech. Our first speaker of the day is a new rising speaking star of our club who is finishing levels like a rocket. It's none other than our Toastmaster Abhida Shah. Before calling the speaker, I would like to introduce speaker evaluator Toastmaster Vani to come here and read out the speech objectives.
Thank you, dear. Sorry, my throat is very bad. So bear with it. My target speaker, Abhida Shah, is doing innovative planning pathway level 3 project 2, and the elective is focus on your positivity. The purpose of this project is to practice being aware of your thoughts and feelings as well as the impact of your response on others. All the best, Abhida Shah. Thank you. Over to you.
Let's put our hands together to welcome our first speaker. Toastmaster Abhida Shah. Here I am, Toastmaster Abhida Shah.
Thank you, Toastmaster, today. 3 weeks before, one Saturday evening, a first standard old kid came up to me and asked, "Ma'am, do you know Nayantara? She got leg fracture." I said, "I know only one Tara. In Hindi, Tara means star. I don't know Nayantara." Suddenly, in my tuition center, one more 8th standard kid, "You're in class 1 talking about Nayantara. Tell me, who is the Prime Minister of India?" She had such a big eyes. She looked everyone into their eyes. Then she looked at me. Ma'am, what is Prime Minister? I said, you have class leader. Do you know? Yes, leader, assistant leader. We have same kind in our country. We call it as Prime Minister. Then I knew. Then tell me who is the first Prime Minister of India, I said. First leader or second leader, she asked. Okay, tell me whichever you want. I'll tell you last leader. Who is that last leader? Narendra Modi, she said. It means the language we speak to children is understanding. Here I am doing level 3. Project name is Focus on Positivity. Here I am not to tell you, scroll down your reels to see positive motivation status. Here I am not to tell you, read the books which gives you positive vibes. Here I am to tell you how to talk to kids so that you can segregate what is positive, what is positivity. One of the important role teachers and parents play in the lives of children to keep them under care in the name of secure and safe. By talking what kind of things it may happen, today I'll tell you how to talk about conflict and war to your kids. Why should I talk about conflict and war to my kids? It's okay not to talk about this. My kids will save one day. No. Today's children, tomorrow's leader. They have to know what is happening in and around their place, their surrounding, their city, their country and society and all around the world. I will tell you how, with this conflict and war conversation, how to segregate among kids and talk out to this. First we will go to elder grade school. Talk with initiate the conversation like this is happening. Show them on the map. Complete the talk by saying adults which you are under give you that security. Make them to remember, yes, we will always be here to take care of you. End your conversation. That is enough for elder grade school. Now older kids, they are very curious enough to ask you many questions. How do you know? They will ask you the first question. Then you have to tell them, yes, I have read in this book, I have seen this, like from my generation, these are the incidents. With few examples you can tell them. Yes. Now going to teens. They will have strong reactions. Sometimes it may end up with grief, sometimes it may end up with strong reactions like anger, anxiety. What is this happening? Who are they doing? No rules are there. Why? What Prime Minister is doing? What Chief Minister is doing? Our laws and regulations are not good. We should be careful enough to answer these questions. How? Try to ask the teens your point of view. Try to lead them with their conversation. What do you think about this? How can we deal this issue? How can we explain to others? Give the responsibility to them so that they feel, yes, I have the capability to take the decision. This thing will make them feel supportive. Yes, somebody is there to tell us which is right, which is wrong. All this is okay. But they have access to news, media, social platforms. How can I deny this? Cocooning completely will not make them far from these things. Bookmark some sites. Take them to the library. Tell them these are the incidents. From this book you will get insights, so many information about this. Read this book. Before that, you should have enough information to tell them. Okay? Right. All these one side. if you have more doubts, I will give you 4 tips which will help them to come out of this. First, define the limitations. These are the limitations, these are the advantages. Yes, what if we limit it? What we cross the limits? What will happen? These are the boundaries which we have to keep it safe and safeguard ourselves from others, from us. It's not like he is our enemy, they are our enemy. Don't go to the negative side. We are speaking about positive and positivity. So with that, define your limits. And the second thing is, you have to be sharing with caring. Make them to feel that I am there for you until you decide which is correct for you. Every time pour that care in them so that they come out with confidence. Whenever I go to my dad or my mom or to teachers, they have answers for me. Even they don't know, they will search good answers for me. Monitoring and surveillance is important, but make sure that they should not feel like you are under their control. Make them to feel with care. And the fourth point is pathway for good information. Give them good information so that they can segregate which is bad. Instead telling them this is bad, this is worst. No, these are the good ways. These are the different ways which you can handle like this. With this, I end up my speech with Smith's quote. Well informed means well guarded and being safe. Give that safe environment to our kids by giving so much of information which are related to this environment and to this generation. Thank you so much. Over to Tina.
That was an amazing speech with a lot of information on how to talk with kids. Now let's have 1 minute of silence for the evaluator to note down the points. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is elapsed. 360-degree form will be sent in the group. I request everyone to please put at least 1 word about the speech and 1 recommendation. That will help our speaker immensely. Thank you, timer. Now let's move to the second speaker of the day. It's none other than our star speaker of our club, Toastmaster John. Before calling the speaker, let me introduce speaker evaluator, Toastmaster Carolyn, to read out the speech objectives.
Thank you, Vellore. So my target speaker, Toastmaster John Pradeep JL, is doing his Level 5 Project 1 in the pathway Engaging Humor. The purpose of this project is for him to practice developing and presenting a longer humorous speech. So really looking forward for it. Timer, please note that the time length is 18 to 22 minutes. 18 to 22 minutes. All the best to you, John.
Now let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster John. Toastmaster John. Number 13, Toastmaster John.
No pressure at all. I'm already scared of my humorous capabilities, but I have to be doing an 18 to 22 minute long humorous speech. Okay. Can I start by telling you a secret? Okay, slightly lean forward, no? Lean forward and ask me what, John, what is the secret?
What's the
The secret, number 13 is an unlucky number.
Yes.
And that is not the secret. My favorite number is number 13, and that is also not the secret. I am an unlucky person, that's the secret.
You know that.
You know how unlucky I am? I am so unlucky to the level where if you come with me, my unluckiness will hit you. Like for example, Samuel, if you come with me to the bus stop, no, bus will not come for you, not for me. If you go to a tea shop, there will be salt in your tea, not my tea. So you will be affected by my unluckiness. But if you walk on this Vellore road, both of us will be hit by car or lorry because nobody knows to drive in Vellore. But that's not what my unluckiness. It's the Vellore's traffic condition. Yeah. So this unluckiness is something that has been there with me for a long time. Number 13 and unluckiness. I'll tell you where exactly this started. Okay, so I used to be a very good student when I was in school. I used to study well and all that. Like I get around 90 to 93%. But my parents said go stay in the hostel for the last 3 months. Study very well, and you somehow get some 99% and become a doctor and change the financial situation of the house and all of those things. And they put me in the hostel. I studied really well. Like my school allowed us to sleep only 6 hours. We are supposed to sleep at 11 o'clock and wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I sleep at 12 o'clock and wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That level I was studying. But you know what happened? Like 3 days before the exam, I fell ill. I could not write exam very well. I could not study also very well. I got only 88%. And my roll number that time was 13. That's when it all started. But there's one more thing that I had. My dad went to Malaysia for a program. That's the only other country that he's gone to, and he got me a jersey. And the jersey had huge number 13 on the back, and that was my favorite jersey also. So my roll number 13, my favorite jersey was 13, and I always keep telling people saying, hey, everybody says number 13 is an unlucky number. No, I'm going to disprove it. And that is where this whole journey started. Then you know what happened? That is the last time I was actually affected by my unluckiness. After that, you know what? I went and joined a physiotherapy college. That whole town was hit by tsunami. And the college lost its affiliation and they had to almost close down. I left the college, they revamped again and they ran it. And then I went and joined I finished my degree and then I joined a call center called Sutherland Global Services. The company still exists, but the process in which I worked in, 1 year, 2008 recession happened and it closed down. And has any of you heard of this university called ICFI University, ICFAI? It was there during 2004 to around 2008, I think. It was a flexible MBA program where you can sign up and do your MBA. I joined that the organization, did 2 terms of examinations, and the university got closed across India. And you know how dramatically this happened? This happened when Sutherland Global Services closed. The process in which I was working closed. I left my job and I said, I only have my MBA right now, so I'm going to sit at home, just learn, study MBA and become better at it. I went home, I was sitting and watching TV, Sun News was running, and down there is a scroll that says ICFI University is closed across Tamil Nadu. I got scared, I wanted to see that scroll one more time, it was not there. Just like that, there I saw it. The next day I got up from there, came to Vellore to see where the ICFI University Center was, and there was one huge lock on the door. That's all I know about that. So you see, I joined the college closes, the company closes, this closes, all of these things are happening. And that is when I went and joined this college in Perambalur in Trichy. Okay, so there, it was all fun. It was very nice. I was hoping that nothing happens to the college. And I was part of the cultural team there. We did a lot of amazing things. The first year I went in there, that is when I knew saying this college had an amazing cultural team. And the team is like one legendary team, okay? Because right from 1989, every single time, there's this competition that happens. There's an intercollegiate university level competition that happens. If you win there, you go to the South Indian level and you go to the national level. And if you win national level, you go to the South Asian level where all the SAARC countries meet together. From 1989 till 2005, every single year, this team has missed SAARC but has never missed nationals. Every single time they won first prize here, they won the overall championship and they've got there. The first year I went and joined, I was the only first year that got selected into the team. My team lost. And like it was to the level where the whole of my team, they did not even lost, meaning not like lost, they got second place by 1 or 2 points, that's all. But they were like, we are not going on stage and we are not getting this cup, we are not even getting the second prize on stage. That's like against our whole value system. So they were all sitting down and crying, and I was like, oh my God, was I the reason for this? Just sitting there, and that day I decided saying I'm going to bring that cup back to the college. And that was something that was there inside my mind for my mind. But you know what happened? Just because they got second prize, all of my seniors and the trainer left college. It was only me, just there sitting and wondering, what do I do, what do I do? They were like, don't worry John, you don't have to get it back. That's all, gone is gone. We don't want to fight for it again. I said, no, I am fighting for it again. And then I tried second year, runner up. Third year, runner up. I can't study in that college anymore. And that is when I went for the Sutherland Global Services. Luckily unluckily or whatever, the company shut down and IPFA University shut down and I was at zero, and I thought saying, is it time for me to go back to the college and get that cup back? Looks like a plan, no? I told my parents, say, okay, I want to do MBA, I want to go back and join the same college. Again, luckily or unluckily, that college did not have a trainer at that particular time. And so I became the trainer of that team. So I was like hoping that the team goes well, and I put all of my heart and soul there, and I did all of the work there, and we got the cup back. And that year we celebrated, the cup was with us. It was the first year of my MBA. We got the cup back, and I called all of my seniors and I told them saying, call all of the other seniors that you know of and tell them that we got the cup back. One of the seniors that was told about this big news was Pincushion School's owner, Aarti ma'am. And she knew about me, and then I worked with them and all. I'll get to that later on. But now, I was so happy. And I said, this cup is not going back again from now on. And that then came my MBA second year. That was the time my marriage talks were also happening. And we were like, both of the houses were talking, and we were discussing, and all of those things were happening. And that year, I was super confident. I want to tell one specific thing about this particular year. It was on the day of the 13th of October. That alone was slightly irking for me. What is this happening here? Because this is my last year there. I want to keep the cup there and go. And after that, I don't know what I will be doing. I just wanted to get that cup there. I'm getting married. After that, I don't know if I'll come back and do this theatre and all of those things. So I thought, I'm surely getting this. I put my heart and soul there. There were a lot of amazing things happening there. My team was there. Even like one thing, if I have to notice and tell you, there was this little girl whose sister died 2 days before the competition, and this girl was playing the main role. And we didn't know what to do. We were not able to reach her, nothing. It was a half an hour long play. And this play, we thought everything is gone. And the show day morning, this girl came and stood there at the university and said, I'm ready to act. We were super touched and said, we're doing all of these things, we are surely getting this prize here, okay? Slight flashback from there was, there's this one senior of mine that is there. He used to be very friends with me and all that, but he has a lot of this ego and all that. He came and stayed with me in one room that I was staying before. And that room, me and another student were staying, and the student, he got placed in TCS, and he was going to move to TCS in like 2 months' time. So he got all of the new things, like new belt to new underwear to new shirt and pant to new, everything new, because he's like TCS employee going to Chennai and all of that. This person came and stayed there, and I left him there, and I went outside somewhere, and this person said, hey, my train time is there, I'm going. When we come back, none of those things are there. This person, who's my friend, my senior, the person I respected, like in theatre world, stole from us and went away. And I had to confront him, like right on the face, and all of those things was happening. And this competition, he was the person who was bringing the judges, taking mark sheets, giving back, and all of those things. I did not care much about it, except that one fine day, like that the valedictory function was happening, and we were getting placements of all of the competitions. And all of the competitions were getting either first place or second place. Like we are supposed to win 5 competitions, and the points will be added and all of that. So mine first place, skit second place, variety entertainment, all of that we are getting. And finally comes this one act play, half an hour play. what I was just, even if we get 5th place in that, even if we get like that 1 point for getting 5th place, we are confidently winning the overall cup. And I was super duper confident. I was just like, there's a huge crowd, like all of the colleges are there, and the facilitation was happening there, and I was standing here in this one corner. And for the first, like I usually don't do these things, but this time I said, this is my last time I'm going to do this. I stood on one big table there, and I was just like standing there, and I was thinking, I'm going to say, and I'm going to jump and go and get that cup and come. Like jump from the table, run through the crowd, all of us will run through the crowd and go and get the cup. But this announcement needs to happen. 5th place, not us. 2nd place, not us. 3rd place, not us. Second place, not us. I knew this was the 1st place. I'm just going to go and get this 1st place, and I'm also going to be getting the overall cup. And I was like super sure on what exactly we're going to do. I'm getting ready to jump from the table, and they announced the 1st place. My college's name is Thandai Hans Rover College, and they announced saying Tanjavur Bharat College. Like, I don't know what happened there. I just like stood there and I was like, everything went blank. I turned to the wall next to me. I started banging on the wall. Bang, 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 bang. My head is like banging, 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 banging on the wall. It just like falls down. I fell down to the ground. Turns out somebody erased, and out of just like bad memory, THAN, Thandai Hans Rover College became Tanjavur Bharat College. And the reason behind that is this Tanjavur Bharat College is a team of my junior. When I was doing my UG in my college, Thandai Hans Rover College, this boy was the junior. That morning he came and asked me saying, Anna, we came here to perform variety entertainment, but they disqualified us because we wore burqa and went on stage. So I want to participate in the one-act play competition. Can you tell me a story? I was putting makeup for the one-act play competition. And I said, hey, it's a 30-minute long play. You can't do that right now. Like, you just can't go on stage and do a 30-minute play. We've been practicing for like 2 months. You do something else, no? There are a lot of individual competitions. That's the boy who got the 1st place. This kept ringing in my head. I fell down. I think I fainted or something. And then I said, like everybody else was celebrating. I think that was the last competition that was announced or something like that, overall, and everything happened. And then everybody else was celebrating. I was crying, and I thought this was it. My college bus was starting. We were supposed to leave the place. Yeah, I stood on one rock that was there. And then I said, shut up everybody, Tamil. And then nobody shut up. I said, shut up, nobody shut up. Bad words, and then he said, shut up everybody. So now the celebration is not like simple celebration, because we do a lot of these folk arts and dances and everything. Everybody has tappu in their hand, they had kombu in their hand, they were like blowing like crazy, and everything silent. And I stood there and I said, I'm leaving this place. I'm going away. If at all I come back, I will come back as the judge from there. This was the 13th of the October of 2012. Vani's father, everybody knew about this. He came and met me there at the bus stand, and he said, don't even come back again. They are not worth you. That's all he said. And then I didn't know what to talk. I was supposed to leave the college right after this, but because everybody knows me and all of that, I just went back to the room that the college gave me to be there. And I think for around 3 days, food came to me. I don't know where it came from. Like, some juniors brought food to me. I was not like college campus. Alcohol came to me. And I was just sitting there, drinking, eating, sleeping, drinking, eating, sleeping. One morning, 6 o'clock, I don't know what I thought. I just like woke up. My college is right in front of the Madras highway. Crossed the road, put hand to a Chennai bus, got into the Chennai bus and came off. And that was the year I took a lot of defining decisions. And one of the decisions was to stay in theatre. Do nothing else but stay in theatre. But I could not tell all of these to my parents. Like, my father-in-law understood what this means. My parents will not understand. I told them I got a job because I finished my MBA. I got a job and then I went off to Chennai. And I was just there. That is, but I decided saying I'm not going to get any money from my parents and all that. That is the time when I did not have any money really. I did not have a place to stay. I was staying at friends' places and all it was. And one fine night, my friends left home. They did not give the key or something like that. Somebody was talking about Loyola College today. So my friends were near Loyola College. I went and sat on the Nungumbakam railway station bench there. And around 11:30 sometime a policeman came, chased me away saying I was not supposed to be there and everything. I don't even remember what I did for the rest of the night. But I clearly remember walking out of that station saying, theatre. And maybe I work with children. Theatre, children, theatre, children is what I was thinking. I came out and I was like, then everything changed. I joined one of the best theatre companies in India, did a lot of things there, appeared on TV, on newspaper, a lot of articles written about me. I wrote my book, did a lot of things from there. But I don't know what date that day was. I would like to think that it was some kind of 13th there. But I remember one thing that happened to me when I was in my college. I spoke about this similar topic where I'm very unlucky and because of that a lot of things happen. But the trainer came and told me saying, John, don't think that way. Think of it from the other side. Hold on to something and say this is going to be positive from now on. And that is when I thought saying, what do I hold on to? What do I hold on to? I said my wedding. I'm going to hold on to my wedding and say this is the pivotal moment from where all the things are going to change for me. So I held on to it. It didn't immediately magically change because like our wedding happened and the first day I got my job, I was going for the local train, standing in the queue, somebody stole my phone. First, like immediately. I didn't just go away from there, but I still held on to it. And 2013, October 13, Jaira was born. And I thought saying 13 is surely my lucky number. I held on to it. I am holding on to it till now. And I'm saying whenever something unlucky is happening, I'm thinking, good story to share later on sometime, but I'm going to get out of this. Now I think, good speech to make on Toastmasters Club. Get out of it. But I'm going to hold on to the number 13 and say 13 is my lucky number. Thank you.
Amazing and a very inspiring story, John, Toastmaster John. Now let's have 1 minute of silence for a evaluator. And the 360-degree form is shared in the group. Please do send your recommendations. Thank you, timer, and thank you everyone for your silence. Let's have a short break of 10 minutes and then we will gather here and continue our meeting. Welcome you all back to the session. So far we have reflected back on our important decisions and values. But in this journey we don't travel alone. We will always have people around us. Some used to guide us, some used to help us, and some even used to challenge us so that we become better persons. In my life, when I finished my 12th standard, I was so dumb, I didn't even know what to do in life. Luckily, I had one professor who was living nearby. He only introduced me what is Anna University, which I didn't know at all. And then I luckily got in there. And now during my MBA journey as well, I have a lot of my seniors who was guiding me, and their connections is helping me to get mock interviews and review my SOP, and a lot of things is happening. So now I would like to request you all to think about 2 things and write it in the paper. First one is, to whom you are so grateful for. There will be someone who might have changed your life, who it might have helped you a lot. Think about that person and write a word or their name. And now think about someone to whom you have helped. It could be any sort of help. This reminds me one message. when you give to someone, it does not mean that the same person has to give back to you. Kindness is like a full circle. When you give back, it comes back to you in one or other form from one or other people. So if anyone would like to share whom you have written or anything, does anyone want to share whatever you have written or about a person or anything, you can share now. No one wants to share? No one?
I am grateful to one.
You tell.
I would like to help this friend of mine that I work very closely with now called Milton. He used to do theatre with us, but both of us are working on the NGO project right now. So he's in the beginning of his life, newly married.
Nice. Anyone else? Monica, I think you have something.
You want me? Okay, I'll tell. So I have written Appa to be the person who I am grateful for. Then you asked me who I have helped. I have written as my husband and you said the same person will not help me. Epiphany moment.
This is the recorded.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm grateful to my daughter.
Wow, nice.
And I'm helping. I'm helping to my friend who is running a home for orphanage. His name is Bruno Samuel.
You should turn it and record it. Anyone else? Okay, now let's get into the fun segment, our table topic session. To conduct table topic session, I would like to welcome Toastmaster John, and also today's table topic evaluator would be Toastmaster Carrier.
Okay, table topic session is a session where you will be given one topic, you will be called forward, you will be given a topic and you will have to talk on that topic for 1 minute. If you speak more than less than 30 seconds, then you are disqualified. If you and you can also speak till around 1 minute and 30 seconds long. Where does this help us at any point in time, at any discussion, group discussions, interviews, classes? If you are immediately asked a question, we should be knowing to make up that answer and talk there and create an impact also, because at many times the greatest opportunities that we get are around a minute long. Yeah, elevator pitches to everything that we meet. So that's the point of this. Guests, please be ready. But before which we will have the other people also, so you know how the game works out. Since we have lesser number of people, I think all of us can do one topic today. The question is, who would like to go first?
Toastmasters Club.
I like this Indian style of volunteerism. Who wants promotion B? Yeah, you want to go first? Yeah.
He's very meticulous in his work.
Yeah. Okay, Toastmaster Samuel, your topic is the dream that I want to dream about in my sleep. The dream that I want to dream about in my sleep, Toastmaster Samuel.
Kind of odd for me right now. So, good afternoon, Toastmasters. So, do you have
guys have any dreams like I want to do this, I want to like do this, I want to plan this. So actually I got a card from Toastmasters. That code, there was a code for everyone. So my code had that dream, plan, do. So in my life I want to make money. That was the ultimate goal. That was the reason I was in share market also. But the major thing I face in my the dream I want to is I want to sleep and wake up and don't care about the money. That was the dream I always had. So for that I want to work for it, I want to plan for it. Not only dream for it, I have to plan it and I have to do it. So that's my dream. Over to you,
Okay, so I think maybe I can ask Mr. Samuel to pick somebody from there. It starts with picking. He should have his fair share of picking on people. Okay. Okay, so Toastmaster Ramesh, the topic is one habit that I want to keep with me forever. What can be? One habit that I want to keep with me forever. What can be?
One habit that I want to always keep with me is keep motivating others. Whatever comes along the way. My ultimate goal is to create positivity all around people around me. The words lift people. Whatever words that you spell out, every now and then, it is an eternal memory. So it's better because so many words that have hurt me in my career, certain words have lifted me. That uplifting words have always had a very good impact on my professional growth. I wanted to give it back. So whatever I speak, I will say something positive so that it lifts others. I have seen so many people coming back to me after 10 years, 15 years and said, "Sir, you have told me that line, so I'm still following that." So it was a very good statement that it kept motivating me. I'm doing well. So it's all very good memories that you can give it to others. There are backstabbers. People will backstab you. Never mind about it. You are you are. You don't change the color for others. You keep giving your best. 90% of them are very grateful. 10% are selfish. For the sake of 10%, don't lose your originality. Over to you.
Okay, Toastmaster Ramesh gets to pick the next person. We have guest Dave coming. Please cheer. Okay, people, this Dave, people don't know this about me. People don't know this about me.
Okay, I think about this in the last visit to my as a guest, I spoke about something regarding my delicious food, which I like about. So that was shock for everyone that I was a Brahmin and I used to eat non-vegetarian food, and my favorite food was biryani. So that is something which I don't think so many people know, but like recently I've been open about it, and I don't seem to care much about it. And what we feel like eating and what is, it's all our own choices. And yeah, obviously there are religious aspects to it, and yeah, I respect those religions, and what I feel like, and what my, like, for me, I go for gym, I do gym and I do workout. So protein is a necessity, and I justify that by saying eating non-vegetarian is not a harmful thing. And other things about me is that I've been a shy kid when I was a kid, when I was like really young. But recently I've been going out very much, and during my college years in CMC, I've been actively participating in all the college events, like all the public speaking events. And that at that time only I found out that about Toastmasters, and then I met Mr. Bharat. Then he introduced me, but I couldn't join in that third year of my MBBS. Now I'm quite free, so I think I will continue to come here and learn more about Toastmasters. Thank you so much.
Dave, pick something. Yeah, very easy topic. One winning moment from my life. Winning moment from my life.
Thank you, John. It's very difficult. Okay, fine. Okay. One winning moment, that is, you all, during my ice break session, I have shared about myself, how I struggled to get a job in CMC and how much I was struggling. Then in 2019, I was working in College of Nursing as a professor, but the dean called me and said there is no budget posting for me to get accommodation. So I left the college. I was at home for 4 months without job. Being unmarried and sitting at home without job, 4 months is very, very difficult time for me at that time. Then this quality management cell, they have advertised this posting called the quality manager posting, but they want a medical background, especially from the nursing background, somebody they wanted. So I applied for that posting. And there are lots of people who applied for that posting, even doctor's wife. Usually in CMC, when the doctor's wife apply for this posting, they are given more preference. So they also applied. Many of them were there in that group. But I think I attended my exam well. And among all those people, I was the one got selected. That moment, I felt I have done something to win others. I felt that. I cherish that moment still. Thank you.
Okay.
On the name somebody.
Yeah.
One.
I did not think this for you. I thought of the topic before. What is the topic? Okay, one person I look up to. One person I look up to.
You wanted an answer for it.
Already knows the answer.
No. In words we need, not in action.
No action.
We don't want the answer what we expected.
So obviously it is John. No, not because he said my name, not because this is Toastmasters here, not because of that. But I always, in whatever decision I make, I always have him in my mind. I don't know why. And also the perseverance, the hard work he puts in his work. That is the one thing I look up for him and look up to him. Because I am a person who switch in so many things. You can call it as multi-talented, but I will not focus on one thing. If that bores me, I'll switch over to the other thing. I will excel in that. Whatever I do, I'll excel in that. But this is the one quality I say in him. He picks one thing and he'll excel in that and he'll continue to do that. I don't know how he's doing that. So he's the person who I look up for.
If I lost everything in life and had to start fresh, here is what I would do.
Actually, your question is very much enlightening to me. If I lost everything, I don't know what I have right now. First, I should sit and think what I am having. So, when I was in Chennai doing my graduation, that time tea shops were a bigger fascination to me. I used to go to tea shops in Mylapore. There was a very particular shop called Tenir Kadai, because our past chief minister announced some tax deductions if they name the shops in Tamil instead of English. So they changed the name to Tenir Kadai. The setup will be totally different. These in the regular shops will be standing and will be drinking these. It was not like that. It was like a Rajasthani setup. But the cost was only 10 rupees. It was very much affordable. You can go there, sit with your books. You can talk there for a very long time. That Anna will not say anything. He was my motivation. Even now, if I stand in my office entrance, if I see there are 2 tea shops. One is famous tea shop which is opposite to my office, and the next one is Ram's Cafe. I always think what I'll do if I lose my clients, what if amnesia cuts me, if I forget everything, then I'll assure myself, no issues. You cannot make good tea, but you can wash the tea cups and you can survive. That is the backup plan.
Nominate somebody.
Abhida sir.
So this is the other side of it. If I had everything and didn't have to answer anybody, here is one thing I would do. And not
And
go
be
to
lucky. Yes. If I have everything, again things come to our mind, everybody's mind. What can I do with this? To whom I can share? To whom I can help this with? I will thank by showing my gratefulness to that particular person. What else? There's so many things up in mind. I can't able to.
Give us something.
Yes, you can take it, sir. Give me the list. I'll give you home delivery will be done. These are the things to whom we are grateful, whom are really needy people. So I have so many people in my mind, in my life, those whom I am who I am debted to them. Through things or through my feelings, showing them. These are, even if I have anything, that one point will be there where I left someone. Giving everything to someone or so many people, there will be one thing left behind that we have to keep in mind. Remember always to whom we have to give, where I left, where I forget. That's all. Oh, to tell.
Pritika alone, no? That's all. No, Karen. Oh, Kalei is there. Yeah, so then you will have to choose. Kalei?
Kalei.
Okay. Okay. My favorite place, and here is why. Toastmaster Kalei, my favorite place, and here is why.
So my favorite place would be Mysore. So recently I visited, especially I visited Vrindavan Park, which was amazing. Trees, lot of flowers, and nice setup. Even I made some building for my family. I want to do some gardening, so that's why my favorite destination of the year is Vrindavan Garden. And because I'm always love nature, I want to spend a lot of time with nature. At least monthly once, I want to see my native village, and I went to the deep forest. I spent with quality time with nature. I learned a lot of things. Okay, so this is my favorite place recently I visited, especially lover of forest. In my village, called me forest boy. Even I started YouTube channel for particular this tricky trip in the deep forest. Okay, that's all.
Awesome. Kritika, if you had to time travel and meet your younger self, what age will you meet them and tell them what?
If I were to go to my past, I would definitely go to my college days because that's where I learned many things and also I have lost many opportunities. During the final year, I was interning with the company where I was lucky enough to get there, and then there was a definite job offer for me. So I was very calm and relaxed. I didn't want to take risks, go through the rigorous placement process, sit in interviews, face the questions and see failures. So I don't want to see all these things, and I gave some other excuses I already have. So I don't want to go and pick up someone's opportunity. I know that I can appear and then I can reject. Again, it's not a problem. But I made many excuses to myself and I didn't sit in the placements back then. So if I were go back in time, I would tell me, don't waste any opportunities. Go through everything and then you can decide. This one thing I will do.
Okay, we only have Toastmaster Carolyn. Yeah. Anybody else left? That's all.
No. When you as the leadership.
Okay. I forgot the topic already.
Topic, can I scoot?
No. Yeah. So this topic is my first experience carrying a baby. When was it? Like, whose baby was it?
Thank you, Toastmaster John. So obviously, my first experience of carrying a baby was my own. I was 22 when I had my first child. It was 10 months after my marriage. Everything was new. My marriage life was new, and then suddenly, in 1 year, so many things happened. I got engaged, I graduated, and then I got married, and breast color was positive, and before I knew, this baby was there. And I had a C-section, and it was at midnight, and it was in a hospital called Holy Cross Hospital in Nagarkoil. And they didn't have anesthetist. I had to go for a C-section. And my father was scouting around everywhere to go and get this anesthetist. So luckily, at 12 midnight, he found someone. 12 my daughter was delivered. So in 12 minutes, I don't know if they scrubbed or what they did, I don't know. But my father was successful in getting this anesthetist. He came, he gave us final, and then immediately they didn't even wait for the anesthesia to work. They started to, cut me. I could even feel it. And after that, my baby was born. I was, very disturbed. So I think they gave me general anesthesia to shut me. And when I woke up, I was in the ICU, and I see that there's an incubator on my left and on my right. And I see here there's a boy and here there's a boy. Because here, obviously they're not wearing anything, so I know that they're boys. And I know that I didn't give birth to twins. I'm wondering who these two kids are. And then slowly I open my eyes and I see that the nurse had actually left my daughter on my chest. So the nurse had just delivered and left. And so that was my first experience of holding my own child. And over to you, dear. I'm ranting.
One big round of applause to everybody, all of you for doing amazingly. I I think we went through a lot of down the memory line with a lot of our speeches. I think. Without further ado, passing the stage on to the Toastmaster of the day.
So we talked about our past and the people with us. Now let's look at the future. What is the one thing that you all wanted to do? It could be in the short term or it could be in the long run that you wanted to do something. I feel there is one thing that is very important for success, be it interview, be it your speech contest or anything in life, is the confidence. Actress Priyanka Chopra always says this, the only thing that you need to wear well is your confidence, and this really resonates with me a lot. Many of you know me as a very confident person, but deep inside I am not. Let me share you one incident that happened on Feb 5th. I was sitting in a group interview. That is the first time attending it. Maybe this might sound weird. That college they conduct group interviews. I got super nervous. Even for some very simple question, I did not answer well. I tanked the interview, and that's the only college who announces result immediately, and I did not move to the next round. I cried a lot that night, and in like 15 days, I have IIM Bangalore's interview, which I dreamt of for 2 long years, and I worked for it. That is going to come, and I was devastated because of my performance there. But somehow I managed to do it well, I guess. What helped me is I was constantly talking to myself. I was visualizing the interview room, and I was constantly telling me that I'm going to do it. I'm a confident person. That the confidence, the ability of mine to manage my emotions is what helped me to do it much better way. The results are not yet came, but I'm hoping for the best. Also, from this, what I wanted to say is confidence is like an exercise. You go to gym, you build up your muscle, and then if you lose it up for a long time, it goes away. And I see this in a lot of women's life in my place. When they are young, when they are in early 20s, they are super active, and they wanted to do many things in life. But when they go to the phase of marriage, motherhood, and they take a long break, which in the meantime the world grows, the world will keep on going, and I feel many people they feel that they are left alone and they lose their confidence, and when they try to come back to the workforce, there are a lot of hurdles, and the first thing is that they want to win themselves and come back. Confidence is something that you can always build, be it you are in the age of 10, 20 or even 40. That's something I want to take. Now let's move on to the third segment of our Toastmasters meeting. It's the evaluation segment. Let me introduce gender evaluator for today, Toastmaster Monica.
First, I would like to call the speaker evaluator, Toastmaster Vani.
My target speaker was Toastmaster Abhida Shah, and her project title was Focus on Positivity. So the clarity of the speech is too good, and the speaker's purpose, you mentioned it clearly, and I hope audience also understand the purpose of the speech. And you started with a good story, like about your students, about the people, about the students in the tuition center, but somehow I felt that story would have been continued for till the end of the speech. And you told the topic for, I think twice you told here I am, then you left the topic. So it would be better if you can conclude with the topic. And yeah, and you gave those 4 tips, no? If you could relate the tips with the 2-line or 3-line story or real event, then the tips would be will reach the audience in a better way. This is what I have written, but I would encourage you to redo this project again, because I see that in the purpose they have given, you have to record your moods and then talk about that in your daily activity. So I would recommend you to do that. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Monica.
I would like to call the second speaker evaluator, Toastmaster Karen.
So my target speaker, Toastmaster John, his purpose of delivering the speech was to present a longer, humorous speech. And like we discussed the other day, humor is in fact serious business, and it is very, very difficult to make people laugh, and that too for a prolonged period of time. But kudos to you for giving a great try and for the efforts that you've put in doing this project. He started with crowd work. He tried to elicit responses from the audience. He came close and he was trying to get us all entwined into his story, which was really good. Pockets of your speech was very relatable, and it was very well structured. Most of your speech was coherent, it was contextual, but there were some loose ends here and there. Probably, I don't know if you've written the entire script for today's talk. If you had, then maybe corrections here and there would help it become more flowy and more natural and more, in a very easy flow. There were sometimes, you were going, it was not in a chronological order, there was some flash past and flash forward and then going back. As a listener, it might be very difficult to process what's coming first and what's coming next. Probably if the script was written down, you could have, in your editing of the speech, you could have understood that, okay, probably this would be a better flow. So for the project, of course, you've done it very well and you have cleared the project, congratulations, John. But when it comes for you for, your future projects, it would be nice if the script would be written. And I think for all of us, the learning would be for us to write our scripts. However, even if it's a 2-minute or whether it is an evaluation or whatever, writing really gives us more clarity so that when we come here, we are more confident with the material and we are able to do it. I also felt his energy dipping here and there. Sometimes we know that you're a fabulous comedian and you're like really good, you tickle the funny bone in all of us. So that was very good, but I somehow felt that there were places where the energy was dipping a bit. So to summarize, speechcraft, fluctuations, chronological orders, try as best as possible if you can write your script very well so that you will be able to go through it once again, and then you all the very best for your future projects.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karen. Now I would like to call the timer for his report.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster. So for the report, the exercise started the 3:30. Started the meeting at 3:30, and she took around 3 minutes for the introductions and everything. And presiding officer took 4 minutes 15 seconds for her introduction. And TM Toastmaster of the day took 4 minutes 54 seconds for the introduction. And general evaluation and tag team took 5 minutes 41 seconds for the overall introduction. And the first prepared speech, Toastmaster Aditya took 7 minutes 52 seconds for her speech, and prepared speech second Toastmaster John Pradeep took 18 minutes 56 seconds, and table topics Toastmaster Samuel took 1 minute 10 seconds, Toastmaster Ramesh took 1 minute 31 seconds, Guest Dave took 1 minute 29 seconds, Toastmaster Anita took 1 minute 35 seconds, Toastmaster Vani took 1 minute 15 seconds, Toastmaster Monica took 1 minute 36 seconds, Toastmaster Abhitasha took 1 minute 21 seconds, Toastmaster Kale took 1 minute 14 seconds, Toastmaster Pratika took 1 minute 15 seconds, and Toastmaster Carolyn took 2 minutes 11 seconds. And she is the highest one actually. 2 minutes 11. And for the general evaluation segment, Toastmaster Vani took 1 minute 32 seconds. Toastmaster Carolyn took 3 minutes 7 seconds. Over to you, Children.
Now it's time for me to call the R counter for today, Toastmaster Anita.
Thank you, Monica. So we'll start with Toastmaster Abhilasha. I always admire her speech. I really like her speech very much. And today, especially her prepared speech, she did not use any filler words or sound. It's good, ma'am. It shows you have practiced well and you have prepared well. Kudos to you. And your clap. And your tabletop exercise, you have used one time up. That expression you have used. And next, coming to John. John, 4 times you used and you have used the word I 2 times continuously. I mean, you repeated the word when you expressed yourself. I did, I. So at that time you have used. And good. And Monica and Vani, we have to give a clap for them. They have not used any filler words or so. They were very clear in what they were talking. And Pratika used 1 time and 2 time that sound you have used. Sam, 1 time 1 time sound and 2 times so, the word so. And Toastmaster Ramesh, sir has used 1 time so. Did I? Dev, 3 times Thank you.
Now I would like to call the grammarian for today, Toastmaster Ramesh.
So good evening all of you once again. So this is my grammarian report. So how many of you use the words of the day today? Very good. Okay. Clap. So Kritika used introspection, Monica used introspection, epiphany and resurgence by Monica, anxiety, cocooning, surveillance, segregate by Toastmaster Abhidasha. These are the words used by Toastmaster Abhidasha. And Toastmaster John, revamping, confrontation and all those things. Vani's perseverance, Monica's fascination, Pritika's devastation, Carolyn elicit pockets of speech, contextual, tickle the funny bone. Thank you so much. So the usage of grammar. So I could see proper usage of grammar in all the speeches, and what I would advise or not advise, suggest is that the pace matters. When you wanted to speak very fast, it doesn't come. When you wanted to speak with proper grammar, cut out on the pace, so that you have time to use the right grammatical words in your speech. Thank you so much.
I would like to call the table topics evaluator, Toastmaster Carolyn.
Thank you, evaluator. Toastmaster Samuel. It was very nice that you took 10 to 20 seconds to think about what you're going to talk, and then you had a personal story to start your table topics. That was very good. When you started, initially you were wringing your hands and you said, "This is very hard for me. Table topic is a nightmare for me." So I really, really can connect with you on that. But try to start on a positive note. So self-depreciation at times it's like, all right, it's very funny, but when you're going to go for your table topping contest and you're preparing for that, I think one thing that we need to do is not repeat the question, because we're saving about 10 to 15 seconds and not repeating the questions. If we have heard the table topic master right, we can straight away go on to give the answer for it. But I really liked the story, and the way the rest of it was like really, really good. Toastmaster Ramesh. Initially, when the table topic master asked the question, so you came up with the answer immediately. After that, you had a nice story and you had other information, a lot of personal information that you gave towards the end of your speech. Probably instead of it being like a question answer, if you had started off with the personal story and then wound up, if it was the other way around, it would have been even more fascinating. I'm talking from the table topic contest perspective. Otherwise, it had a body, it had a nice conclusion. Introduction alone, maybe you could work on that. Dev, again, a very nice, fabulous personal story about the biryani and you being a shy kid. That was one thing that you revealed here. Thank you so much for trusting us and sharing all of that. And you also used the platform well to share your views. So thank you so much for that. Toastmaster Anita, winning moments. Again, you try to repeat the question, and I think we all have, when we take some time to process the question, I think we repeat it over and over again. So instead of being echolalic and repeating the question, like what Vani did, like what Pratika did, probably it would be nice to just, like what Sam did, coming and just taking 10 seconds to think about what we're going to speak will give us better clarity, and the answer will be even, in a more purer, more original and well-formed answer. So, but anyway, lovely story that you shared, Anita. Thank you so much for your honesty. Toastmaster Vani, she took 10 to 20 seconds. That was very good. Thank you for being very brutally honest. And the confidence was very nice and amazing. So thank you so much, Vani, for that. In between, I think once you start telling the story, then I think let's not, if there are too many pauses in between, it kind of gives up, like you're not sure about what you're saying. But otherwise, it was like really, really good. Monica, wonderful personal story. I think right from the start, she was like, she knew what she was going to say about the tea shop, about the famous cafe, about Ram's cafe, and that she's going. The way she crafted her story was so beautiful. It was like really, really beautiful. It was just on the spur of the moment, but still she had a very nice story to say, and the way she placed the story was really, really amazing. Lots of spice. Kudos to you, Monica, as usual. Abhidasha, she also took 10 to 15 seconds of a pause, and you had a lot of things to say. Of course, the question was if I had everything. It's a very overwhelming thing, because as human beings we don't have everything that we want, so the answer won't come very readily. You took the pauses, but maybe answering it could have been even better formed, and maybe you could have added a little more spice, because you're a fantastic humorous speaker. So if you could have added something, that's when this tall tale competition in some places, it really helps. Impromptu is all about real sutrada. No, it's like you just gapsa. I don't know what else to say. It's all about standing on your feet, thinking on your feet, and being able to deliver. It's very hard. It's very hard though. Kalemani sir, my favorite place. You are a wonderful table topic speaker, sir. Usually when you come here, you come with lot of stories and amazing stories. But this time it was like Vrindavan Gardens. You usually talk about your village and all the experiences from the village, and that is more fascinating than Vrindavan Gardens. But I think thank you for coming and giving it a very good try. But I'm sure if you are coming on a consistent basis, I know you will. Pritika, about you spoke about the college and you spoke about lost opportunities. Your topic was if you had to time travel. Again, when it is table topics, you kind of you have this circumventory way of you just wanting to keep talking. It's nice, but I think again because of you're not in touch for the last couple of weeks, probably that is why. Because Pritika again is a wonderful table topic speaker, and me for one. I need to give my own evaluation also. I am not very good with table topics, and I am an example of how not to be in a table topic contest, because you have this ranting, you start and then you don't know where to stop, where to apply the brakes. It's like too many thoughts are coming. So I'm an example of how you need not be, and then I pointed out to some very good examples. So all the very best to those who are going for table topics, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Carol. So I'll give my general evaluator report now. Before the meeting, we missed two things. What are those?
Medals. We didn't put the display. All the awards and all that we put on display.
No, that is only for contest we are doing that. Not
No, but actually we are supposed to put it for all the meetings.
Okay, we'll note it down and we'll keep the medals. Agenda was not prepared and sent. So it was difficult for the timer to calculate the time. Even if VP Education is busy, Associate VP ED could have filled the shoes. It is not that every time Toastmaster John has to come and prepare the agenda and send before the meeting. So if Toastmaster John make it as a practice to tell the Associate VP ED to send the agenda. And one more thing is, we started the meeting on time. With regard to the timer, I don't know what will come in Sam's sleep, but even in sleep he will play the role of a timer better. He has taken this role for many number of times. Without seeing the notes and the PDF, he simply set the timing limits. It was very good. Yes, ma'am, I will come to that one. I set him as a surprise element. And because he did observe my body language also. Only one thing, Toastmaster Sam, you need not tell all the timings of the role players and the speakers. You could say if there are any disqualifications so that we can save time. Today there are only 2 speeches. If we have many speakers, those timing could be saved. And Toastmaster Anita as our counter was well prepared. She came with a swag. She did not see the PDF she did not use the mobile also. She came with suggestions how to avoid the filler words. That was pretty much required as a role player. Congratulations, Toastmaster Anita, for doing that. And in a PPT which was shared by our president recently in the group, it was mentioned we need not name the persons and tell them how many filler words they have used. We need to make note of the filler words or the time the words have been used, like many people used like that you can tell instead of revealing the names of the persons. If the speakers or the role players want to know how much of filler words they have used, you can connect with her personally during the network session or after the meeting, and you can be aware of the words used by you all. And with regard to grammarian, For the first time, words of the day was introduced in our club. Congratulations, sir, for doing that. And Toastmaster Ramesh was the first grammarian. If he takes up that role, from the beginning of the week, he will start posting in the group some new words. I was expecting the same, but he did not do that this time. So whoever takes up the role of grammarian, take some time and post the words in the group so that we can converse in the group. So the role of a grammarian is to introduce a new word, but most of us could not frame a sentence with that. If you would have given the word little earlier, we could have practiced that and we could come up with the new sentences. But thank you for teaching us 3 new words, sir. And while mentioning the new words spoken by our speakers and role players, if you would have come up with the meaning of those words, it would have been much more useful for the Toastmasters to learn those words. With regard to speaker evaluators, Toastmaster Vani and Toastmaster Carolyn clearly read the speech objectives and the expectations from the speakers, and they both gave very positive appreciation feedback and also encouraged where they could have avoided the mistake. It was a constructive feedback, and congratulations to both of you. And TM Modi for the day. She took up the role in the last minute. First, we should congratulate her for that. She came up with a very beautiful topic, which is reflect, realize and rise. She connected the theme with her personal story. So we will not forget your personal story also. And thank you for playing it at the last moment very beautifully. And Toastmaster Carolyn as table topics evaluator. Only a person who is not good in table topics can evaluate very well. You proved that. You acknowledge that you are not very good in table topics, but every time your story inspires everyone, Toastmaster Carolyn. Your suggestions were very good and this is the first time I am seeing you play this role as table topics evaluator. It was very much useful for all the Toastmasters to consider all your points in the upcoming contest. And with regard to the meeting in general, at times we forget to address speakers or role players as Toastmasters. Even though we don't wish to call the faculties as sir or ma'am, we do that. Like that only we need to call them also. So Toastmaster Ramesh, Toastmaster John, like that only we should address. Second one is, we should not use mobile phone while the meeting is going on. And the third one is, smooth transition should be there. You should be well aware of the person who is responsible for the stage. So while you are moving, just give your hands, make a firm shake to the person to whom you are handing over the stage. And since there is no person playing the listener, I will ask certain questions since it's my favorite role always. Whose quote Toastmaster Abhidasha quoted? Name of the person.
Smith quote.
Correct. Okay. Which standard student? Underline, which standard student came and asked for Nayanthara? Very good. How many days before the exam Toastmaster John became ill? No.
1 week, 5 days.
30 days.
No. 3 days. 3 days. Okay. In which year did recession take place?
2008.
Very good. Kudos to Toastmaster John for closing this institution throughout India. Which ICFI. And what should we wear always according to Priyanka Chopra?
Confidence.
Okay. Now let's come for the surprise element. Thank you, Toastmaster Carolyn, for beautifully spoiling it. Now I request our body language evaluator for today, Toastmaster Ramesh. Every time when a speaker evaluator is introduced, we become very conscious and we know what we should do and what we should not do. That's why I did not mention him before at the time when roles are being said, I did not forget you, sir. I kept you as a surprise. Please come.
I'll give you one as a surprise. So I am the body language evaluator. So I'll be telling you how you used your facial expression, how did you use your gestures, and how did you move on the stage. So I think I'm the body language evaluator. So I will give my report. So where you all laughing? You tell me. So you know the importance of body language. So body language has facial expressions, your gestures, and the overall body movement. So what do you mean by facial expressions? Smiling. What all should speak?
With talking with confidence.
Eyes.
Then? That's what. Come on. Eye contact. Okay. Your eyebrow should move. All your facial muscles should move. You should have a smile throughout your speech. And along with that, you should have very good body gestures, your hand movements. It speaks a lot, it connects with people, it connects whatever topic that you speak. And your overall body movement. It all should be there. And what in the prepared speeches, I saw Toastmaster Abhidasha using hand gestures very well. If it's one, it will be one. If she says something to the audience, it will be like this. Yes, it is to me. And it is to me. And John is full of expressions. Whatever you want to learn, but you keep it aside. Whatever facial expressions, stage movements that you wanted to learn, please closely observe. We have a master on stage. He will be with full of expressions. We are all learning from you, John. And the facial expressions and whatever I'm also trying to imitate. All these things, though, you captivate the audience. So whatever message you have, it all connects with your body language and the overall body movement. And you are master in it. And Monica, now she's full of words. I expect you to have more body language so that you connect better with the audience. So to Pritika, I wanted you to be much more expressive. Your content is too good when it comes to the utilization of the stage and the facial expression. I think at times your eyes look very dull or very sad, I think. But if you can work on that area, I think it will be very good. So what I wanted to say is here is that 50% of your speech, 50% of your body language, it connects well with the audience. If you move your gestures, facial expressions, your body, you will move the audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh, for wonderfully executing your evaluation. And Toastmaster John, as table topic master, gave beautiful topics for today. I like the way you asked the Toastmasters to select the next person who is willing to talk. By that way, everyone got a chance to come up and speak. And you appreciated all the speakers. That was very good, positive and motivating everyone. And as audience, what was missing from your side today? We all attended. The thing is, if we have strength of 25, if only 10 Toastmasters are there, what we should do? We should have the energy of 25 Toastmasters. The number of Toastmasters present here does not matter at all. The energy that we are giving and taking only matters. Thank you. Over to TM Modi.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I would like to finish with a quote. The only way to do great things is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking, don't settle. This was said by Steve Jobs. Now let me hand over the stage to Presiding Officer Toastmaster Calvin.
Thank you so much, TMOD. Big round of applause for Kritika. Welcome back and thank you so much at the 11th hour for coming and taking and saving all of us from humiliation. Thank you so much. And like what Toastmaster Monica said, whether it is 10 or whether it is 20, I think our energy should not waver, our quality should not waver. And I would like to ask if any of you have attended any other Toastmasters meeting other than our club meeting. Where have you attended, Vani?
Online.
Online, where? Which country, which?
Chennai only.
Chennai. Okay, great. So, as you know, over 7 continents, our Toastmasters International has meetings happening every time. Every hour there is a meeting happening somewhere, and as an enrolled Toastmaster, you have every right to attend meetings that are happening anywhere in the world. You can introduce yourself as a Toastmaster and you can attend anywhere in the world. So therefore, try as best as possible to attend other meetings. I had the good fortune of attending a couple of meetings, one in Philippines, one in Kenya, and it was really amazing to see. And I think my entire level 2, I did in one Toastmasters Club called Thoothukudi Toastmasters Club. We were in a rush like last year before we had the contest, so all of us had to finish, and many of them needed to take the stage, and so I was giving in many other clubs. So sometimes if you're not able to come here also, it's not a waste of your money or it's not a waste of your effort. You can definitely, wherever you are, you can still continue your Toastmasters journey. So with that, we would like to open the polls for voting for all the role players today. Can it be shared in the group so that others will vote?
It's in the guest group also.
Okay. And Dave, would you like to come and give a feedback on today's meeting?
Today's meeting, it was really, actually I would say it was, I haven't seen many people. This is the first time I'm meeting. Last time it was a really different bunch of people. And so it's a good place to have a good networking area, and I can get to know a lot of people here. Other than that, the speaking quality and of here is really good. I would like to come more and improve my speaking ability, and yeah, that's as a whole, it's a really good experience. That's all.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Why can't you share us any link where we can join the other Toastmasters Club? As a team also we can just join.
Sir, when we send the link, nobody is, I think when we went for the OTP, that week we did send, because we didn't want your learning to be in any way culled because the XCOM is not available, but nobody is attending. Nobody is attending. If people are attending, we are happy to share.
Will you please share us?
Yeah. We will definitely share.
Link so that we also wanted to see how things are happening.
Sure, sir. There is one happening now, Toastmasters. I think worldwide, wherever it happens.
Where do you get those links?
Actually, when we are part of XCOM, they are trying to. Bharat has initially he had added us to Toastmasters International. So there are other, but we will be able to send. We will be able to send. We have to contact their president and then ask. Sometimes it takes a long time for them to approve. But those who are there, we are there, so we know. And if anybody is willing or you have time, and if in case you have you have 2 hours to spare and you want to know what is happening, we'll be able to send you the link.
only 6 responses for ballot. Please word did not only vote. It's okay. Someone is.
Role play, the roles we play, as a grammarian. Or otherwise give one certificate to each of us.
Consolation prize.
Consolation prize.
Next week time.
Yeah, we are going to have a meeting once we finish the photograph. We can send Dev and then all of us can sit and we need to decide about role players, about everything about next week. We need to take about 10-15 minutes or so and discuss. So Dev, next week it will be in the morning, 10:30 to 12:30. We'll inform you, we'll put it in the guest group also. We have our anniversary, so we have district leaders coming. They'll be coming in the morning, that's only convenient for them. Johnny, which day morning? G. Next week. We'll announce the results now. Best speaker. Please come. Best evaluator, Toastmaster Mani. Best role player, Toastmaster Monica. Wait. Best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Monica.
And the best auxiliary role player, Toastmaster Carolyn.
Okay, with this we adjourn meeting number 204. Please join us for a picture.